fractions, but not just for finding the slope. Remember, slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Or you could switch it in either direction, but you just have to be consistent. So if you're going to start with this point, start with it both times. We're going to say 4 minus negative 1, 4 minus negative 1 over 3 minus 3. 3 minus 3. Oh my goodness, we have a 0 in the bottom of a fraction. We can't have that. This is an undefined slope. And what that means is it's a vertical line. Okay, looking at the next one, we're going to start with this point first this time. 7 minus negative 3. 7 minus negative 3 over 2 minus negative 1. 2 minus negative 1. 10 over 3. That's the slope. Starting with this point, 12 minus 5 over negative 6 minus 0. And we get 12 minus 5 is 7 over negative 6. So the slope is negative 7 over, is 7 over negative 6, or just negative 7, 6. Write an equation of the line that passes through the given point and has slope m. These are real easy to do once you get the hang of them. Y equals 3x plus b. We don't know what b is yet. So we're going to substitute in this point, and we get 4 equals 3 times 2 plus b. So b is, when we move the 6 over, we're going to get b is negative 2. So the equation is y equals 3x minus 2. Okay, the next one, with a decimal in it. That's not very nice of them, is it? Y equals negative 0.2x plus b. We need to find b, so we're going to put 12 in here. Negative 0.2 times 7 plus b, and that's going to give us 1.4, and it's negative. So when we move that 1.4 over there, we get b is equal to 14.4. Ooh, you know what I did? I accidentally made this into a 3, so it's really 13. This was a 12, and then when I moved it, it was 13.4. So the equation of this line is y is equal to 0.2, negative 0.2, x plus 13.4. Write an equation of the line that passes through point P and is perpendicular. Okay, so looking at the first one, we see the slope is 2. We want to ignore the b because we're going to write a new equation with a new b that's perpendicular. And so remember that perpendicular lines have a negative reciprocal for their slope. Since 2 is the slope of the original line, negative 1/2 will be our new slope. So y equals negative 1/2 x plus b. Now we're going to plug in our point, 3, negative 1/2 times x, which is 1, plus b. So that's going to be negative 1/2 plus b equals 3. So b equals 3 and 1/2. So y equals, we've got to use our new slope, negative 1/2 x plus 3 1/2. Okay, our slope here is negative 1 over 1. For it to be perpendicular, it needs to be the negative reciprocal, so if we flip our 1s, we just get 1s again. But since it was negative, it now has to be positive. So when it says negative reciprocal, it really means the opposite of whatever it happens to be. So y is equal to 1x plus b. Remember to ignore this b. It's not going to help us any. It's only going to mess us up when we put it in there. 2 equals 1 times 0. I'm putting in these points plus b. So that's 0. So b must be 2. And the equation of the line is y equals x plus 2. Okay, for this one we've got to rearrange our equation a little bit. So we got to remember that this y is negative. So when we rearrange our equation, we have x minus y equals 4. We move our x over, we have negative y equals negative x plus 4. And then we have to multiply through by negative 1 to get rid of the negative sign in front of the y.